folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our manga for today is The Legend of Dororo and Hyakkimaru, Volume 1 by Seven Seas. Now, there is fighting, killing, and demons in this one, so if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Alright, now this is based on the original Dororo manga by Usamo Tezuka, and the art and story of this one is by Satoshi Shiki. My apologies if I butchered those. But yes, I've read the original Dororo manga, I had the whole omnibus of that. It shit 4 or 5 years ago, probably. But yeah, I read the original Dororo and loved it very much. And then a few years ago, there was a new anime because there's the anime based on the original that's in black and white, and then there was a newer anime, and I watched that and I really loved it as well. And then I heard about this manga coming out, and I thought it was based on the anime. And as always with many things I have, it took me a while until I finally sat down and read it. So this came out in, I think maybe 2019. I don't remember. But yeah, it's been a while since I've bought it. But now I finally read it. So I think it similarly follows the original story, the original manga, but this is different. So we start with meeting Dororo, our little thief extraordinaire. I already said spoilers. So Dororo, that's kind of the surprise in the end of the original manga. The Dororo is a girl, not a little boy, a little girl. But considering the time period now life is, it's not a surprise that she pretends to be a boy. It is safer probably. But yeah, she's a little girl. So we start by meeting her. She steals. But this Dororo is more like the Dororo of the modern anime than the original Dororo. The way she behaves. The original Dororo was more childish, and I'd say less this kind-hearted. At least from what I remember. Not that she was a mean child, but she wasn't this caring. I would say. Oh yeah, she steals some food. After trying to steal some swords from grave, well, not exactly, but kind of grave robbers. She tries to get some food back to a monk that asked her for some food, but by the time she returns, but she's not gone for long, he already dies. She's grabbed by the samurai that she stole the food from, and they start beating her up. And then they decide to throw her into the river. But but they're stopped by Hyakkimaru. But a bit earlier than that, we also meet Hyakkimaru. That's how the manga starts. He wants to pass through, and I don't think they're samurai. They stand in his way, and he just kills them. He's not a happy lad in this one, and in this version of him, I mean. So yeah, he stops them because he wants to get through. There's a demon on the bridge where the river is. At first, the samurai don't believe him, but then they see some not flip flops and sandals start to walk. And then the demon goes into the river to get waste and corpses to have a body. Hyakkimaru reveals, it takes off his arms, where he has swords, as you can see here, and he chops them. And not them, he chops the demon. Of course, the three samurai don't survive this. The demon kills them. And he tells Dororo to hold on to his arms, and if she does, then he will protect her, or him. He's certain that she is a boy. And so Dororo does. And like in the original, the bridge crumbles because of the pieces of the demon falling. Hyakkimaru grabs Dororo, and they land on the shore. Then he tells her, "Give me my arms back." And but before that, as he fights, she knows that they're made out of wood, and she's like, well, "What is this?" So from that moment on, she starts following Hyakkimaru because she wants to steal his swords. Although that's not really the reason, I think. And then we meet the monk. There's also the monk from the original that sort of follows Hyakkimaru. He knows Hyakkimaru's origin. The thing with Hyakkimaru is still don't delve into it in this one, but he has to kill. In the original, it was 60 something demons. He had to kill them to get his body parts back because of well, they'll probably get into that as the manga series progresses. But yeah, he doesn't have any real body parts, and he was found by a kind man who gave him a wooden body. So every time he kills a demon, he gets a body part back. Uh, so that's why he needs to find these demons. Anyway, Doro tags along, the monk as well. They reach a village where a demon resides in. There's this like little Kazuko, this sort of demon. Let me see what it was called. Just a moment. Second. It's a good thing it's short, so it's not hard to find. Yeah, Ken Kuzo. Ken Kuzo. It's not a demon, it's a spirit. But they go to a. The spirit appears at night as they're camping on a river bunk. And Dororo's the only one that sees it because the monk is asleep. And Hyakkimaru doesn't seem to get up to do anything. So the next day they go to the village that they see there. They ask about the Kenzuko, and then they're grabbed and taken to the mistress of the lady of this village, who tells the villagers to lock them up in the shed because she wants to know what the Kenzuko told them. But Aikimaru tells Doro not to say anything; he'll handle it. So of course the monk doesn't know, and Hyakkimaru refuses to speak. So they get taken to the shed. They're tied up in there, and suddenly something comes out of the, I guess, well that's in the shed. But Hyakkimaru defeats it, and then they find out there's someone else trapped in there too. And that is the father of the, she's called Bendi-sama, the lady of the village. So she imprisoned her father. The village used to prosper, but then the more Bendy Lady Bendy got money, got fame. She started being greedy and gambling, and everything like that. And so that's how a demon fed on that, and now she's more demon than human. And she's yeah, so she's. The thing with this village is a demon. Every time the villagers work and then save gold, he comes and steals their gold. But then Lady Bendy always seems to have gold to give them. So Haikimaru, Doro, they all go to another, I think another building in the mansion. And the old man tells them about his daughter and begs Hyakkimaru to help. And Hyakkimaru says, all right, I will help, but I hope you understand that I can't save your daughter. I hope you made peace with that. Dororo runs off after she hears about the treasures because she wants to steal some. The monk says so to Hyakkimaru, and he says, oh, are you worried? And Hyakkimaru's so pissed, like, no, of course not. Then the villagers go to Lady Bendy and tell her that they've escaped. So she orders them to go and find them immediately. They find where Hyakkimaru, the monk, and the man is, and then and, uh, and then they find them, and then they see that the father of Lady Bendy's alive, and it's like, what happened here? And then Hyakkimaru was like, you want to know what the Kenzuko said? Follow me then. And then they all go out, I think, a little bit outside of the village. And then the Kenzuko is there, sitting on the ground, ringing a bell. It's like this big the spirit's like kind of like this not mutated uh yeah, shit, forgot the word. Like the twisted looking sort of humanoid thing. So he's there and he's ringing the bell and pointing at the ground. And then the monk tells the villagers, well, start digging. They dig and they find their gold that's been stolen from them. And then the monk explains that the spirit of the Kenzuko is the spirit of money. The money, their gold wanted them to find it so badly that it manifested in the spirit. And now that they found the gold, the spirit isn't going to come back anymore. Oh, by the way, there's Lady Bendy thinks this monk is someone who used to banish spirits from this high court. So he's a special kind of monk. Then the monk says, "Well, if you want your answer," or he tells Hyakkimaru about Dororo, then ask over there. And then from the bamboo, Lady Bendy arrives, now in her demon form. Ugh, terribly looking. Hyakkimaru starts fighting her. The villagers are obviously horrified, like, well, what the fuck? Hyakkimaru gets captured. She grabs him, and he tells her, where is the boy that was with me? And she's like, boy? Oh, I forgot to say, before that, there's a scene you see Dororo sneaking into the mansion again, and she's in Lady Bendy's room, or goes there, but then Lady Bendy's like on top, and she grabs her. And the reason she asks him, Hyakkimaru confused the old boy, because she dressed her in a kimono, and obviously saw that she was a girl. So then, so then she asked, that child is mine. I need to use it for a cocoon. I think she's spying to feed off Dororo, I mean. Then Hyakkimaru presses something in his foot. Oops, sorry. And his toe on his left foot comes off, and it sprays water on Lady Bendy. I think it's some kind of holy water. And half of her face burns off, and she escapes. And the monk said, quick, she ran back to the mansion that way. So Hyakkimaru quickly starts running. The monk's like, wait, your arms. He grabs the arms, and they both run towards the mansion. And the villagers behind them like, are those two even human? How are they running so fast? Back in the mansion, before this, Dororo wakes up. She sees that she's in a kimono, and then she hears someone's coming. She's in Lady Bendy's room again. So there's a tear in the cushion. I think that's where Lady Bendy kept her demoness appendages. Although how the fact that she has no servants or anything didn't make them curious is another question. And she hides in that tear in the cushion and waits to see what happens. Then Hyakkimaru bursts in. Lady Bendy's father is standing above Dororo with not an axe, but I guess sort of, but not a different one for farming, I think. So he killed Lady Bendy. Her father killed her. Dororo tells him, and now he's planning to kill Dororo. And he's like, oh, if the Bendy's father says, oh, if only you arrived later, I could have gotten rid of you. So it looks like the demon The greed also got to the father as well. Not as badly as to the daughter, but still. So, Hyakkimaru's about to fight him, but then Dororo runs forward and she pushes the old man away. The old man gets mad and then he pushes her and she hits her head against a pole inside the mansion. A pole? No, a pillar. A pillar. Hyakkimaru gets mad. It's like, no, Dororo. And then, and the lady Bendy's father is about to still get him. He used to be the chief of the village, I forgot to say. But then the monk gets to the father and hits him, and he tells Hyakkimaru, "I'll take care of the chief and of Dororo. You have something else to do." He still has to kill Lady Bendy. She doesn't look like she's dead. I mean, her dad did push an X sort of thing, an X sort of thing in her forehead, but I think she's still alive. But Hyakkimaru has to kill her regardless. So then we got Dororo laying on the terrace, the monk sitting there, the father is tied up, and the villagers finally arriving. Like, what's going on here? Why is the chief tied up? And then the monk explains, and then Hyakkimaru comes out inside the mansion. And I also see that Lady Bendy's dead, and his eyes are bandaged. There's a bandage on his eyes. It looks like tears are coming out. He goes up to Dororo and asks the villagers to help him. He is injured. But the villagers refuse. They're really ungrateful bastards. I mean, he saved them from a demon, but it looks like they quite like to be controlled by the demon lady, so... Yeah, they're upset and they don't want any more freaks in their village. So they tell him, go away now. And so Dororo and him leave. Dororo. Hyakkimaru takes Dororo and the monk and he leave the village. Well, I guess now they'll have the father if he's not still greatly possessed by the demon. But hey, they deserve it, I suppose. They're so willing to continue. That's it. They start leaving, and Doro and Hyakkimaru says, "I've never cared about people before." As he carries Dororo, it's like giving her a piggyback. And then Dororo briefly wakes up and smiles, and then I guess loses consciousness again, smiling. Then we get to, I guess, a little epilogue. The monk is also smiling. It's raining as they leave as well. They sit somewhere. I think it's a It's like a little temple you can leave offerings at. They set Hyakkimaru down there, and he says his eyes hurt. So then the monk he has a walking stick. He pushes it to. He bangs it against. It's a wooden, not a bowl, but I guess a bowl, a big one, and tells Dora, "Okay, you go get some water, and I'll get some herbs to ease the pain." And she's like, "Good idea." So they go. They leave Hyakkimaru there, and then she's like, "Ah, the stupid kimono." Because her old clothes taken away. And then the monk looks at her and says, "Hey, don't you untie that anymore, and don't..." Because the way she wears her, well, not kimono, but her outfit like this, her chest area is open, like it would be for a boy. And the monk tells her, "Don't dress like that again. Make sure it's fully closed." She doesn't understand. Oh, before that one, they go, before they go to fetch the wife, says boy, and then he's like, "No, child." I don't think he's gonna reveal her secret to Hyakkimaru yet. And also, he doesn't, because she asks about, oh yeah, she finds out Hyakkimaru's name from the monk, and she's like, "Well, can you tell me his story?" And he's like, "No, Hyakkimaru will tell you in due time." So they go. That's it. They go to fetch the stuff, and that's where it ends. Let me just check. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and, oh right. There's also this part. He asks her, why did you push away the chief? It wasn't to save Aikimaru. It was to save Aikimaru from killing him. And she says, well, he wasn't all bad. And Doro's like, I see all this war around, and that's what's really hurting people, and I'm tired of it, of not doing anything. And then the monk says, you have a real backbone. And that's it. Yeah, that's where it ends. Saikimaru's eyes are hurting because they're growing back. He's getting his actual eyes. Because although he's talking here, he can't really hear and he can't really see. Because everything, his entire body's currently wooden. So he doesn't really. I suppose in the next volume, he might already see Dororo. Hmm. Alright, so that's the. Well, not a retelling, but. Well, I don't know. Would this count as a retelling too? I suppose maybe a little bit. As the story's almost the same, but with changes. This is what I meant about Dororo. She's not this. She doesn't have this, will to change things in the original manga. She's just a kid thief that follows Hyakkimaru. And Hyakkimaru is quite a cheerful and very kind young man. Well, he's a teenager, so I guess around 16, 17 in that one. And then here he's quite mean and trying to chase Dororo away, and not as not kind-hearted as he was. Not that he's not good, but he's not as the kind-hearted as he was in the original. Because in the recent anime, he's more like a lifeless doll. In that, as he doesn't have it, he still goes on his mission to kill the demons and get his body back, get his body parts back. But he's more like a doll, and he can't really see until I think. What's in the anime? I think he doesn't get his eyes till the end. I think, or no, maybe before that. No, wait. Does he? No, he gets his eyes around the same time. I think. So yeah, Barry's like a lifeless doll. He can't see, he can't hear. It's all the same, but he's much more like this mute guy, and and he starts to like Dororo more and more. I think it might be the case here as well. But yeah, he's not like this. He doesn't speak. He's like this. One point where he starts to hear, and he's not used to it, and it hurts. And Dororo ties like some fabric around his ears. It's all a little bit comical, but here it's a lot more serious than it was there. But yeah, that's this manga. I think. See, I thought this would be based on the anime, but not exactly. Although Dororo is like she is in that anime, but Hyakkimaru is different. All right, so cover. This is a really cool cover here. Look at Hyakkimaru here. Look at Dororo. Yeah, you can see she's dressed like that. Interestingly, in the anime and also in the original manga, she's got like this only this shirt part and then the sort of underwear. But here she has like little pants. So yeah, cool. I also love the fiery colors in the background. Let me show you a bit of the art. Okay, there we go. There's the art. You can see those are the men. Yes, Doro's dressed the same. He also looks the same. Although, of course, this is a different art style. But hey, well, look at that expression on his face. He looks pissed. And he wasn't like this in the original. I mean, he did fight and kill when he had to, but yeah, he was like, And you see there his arms. I wonder how his relationship with his father is in this one. Because it was different in the original manga, and then in the anime it was also different. That's Dororo. I really love this art style. So it's very, very lovely. There's the other monk that's asking for help. And that's it. Let me just show you the. There's that demon. So I wonder if in here also Hyakkimaru just needs 12 demons to kill. Because in the original, like I said, there's a lot more demons that he has to kill. But sorry. But in the anime, they made it just 12 of them. Because it's like so many demons for every body part that he doesn't have. But still, that would be quite the. Yeah, is in the and this is spoilers for the original manga's end. He leaves Dororo in some in the care of another village after finding all the treasured gold, I think. And then he just leaves, and she never sees him again. But then some statues break after he finally kills all the demons that he had to kill. And I guess he's an old man, but he has all his body parts back. But in the spoilers for the end of the anime, he comes back to see Dororo again. I think she's a teenager by that point, and he's probably in his early 20s. Now you see, there's the arms. He tells Dororo to grab them. And let me just show you how he saves her. Oh, this is a familiar scene from the original, too. Yeah, there we go. There he saves Dororo. That's it. I won't go any further because this isn't that old. Yeah, you can see there they are. Oh, you know what? If I ever manage to find an image, I'll put it here of how he looked in the anime when it first started, just to show you how vanquished his look and demeanor is in comparison to here. So yeah, it's very different. I wonder what else they're gonna change here. I looked at there's only 6 volumes of this, so I'm very curious what they're gonna add or what they removed. I think in the anime, this stuff here was also different in the anime. Well, they did changes to the anime. There's a demon there that doesn't exist in the original manga. And there's a love story between a human and a demon. So yeah, very different interpretations. And still, I did say this before. I wish they could combine the Hyakkimaru of the original manga and this Dororo of the anime, or at least of this manga. That would have been interesting to see. Oh yeah, that is it. That's the Legend of Dororo and Hyakkimaru. I'm definitely gonna pick up the rest of the volumes. I really love the original Dororo, but this is even better. This is even better. Alright, so that is it, folks. So let me know if you read this one or if you read the original Dororo. What do you think? Which one did you like best? Or maybe you like the anime more? Let me know down below. And remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!